Okay, today's video is about fisetin, a senolytic that's been shown in studies to be just as effective as dasatinib and quercetin combined, but it's all natural and it doesn't have nearly the side effects of dasatinib. So stay tuned. Senolytics are an important drug in the fight to defeat aging, and their job is to clear out senescent cells. Dasatinib combined with quercetin is one type of senolytic, but so is fisetin. So stick around to the end of this video and I'll give you a discount code to my favorite supplier of fisetin. Also, I'll be giving away a 24-gram supply of fisetin valued at $85, so hang around for that. Okay, so fisetin is a flavonoid in a family of naturally occurring pigments known as polyphenols. Flavonoids constitute one of the largest groups of phytonutrients that can have a beneficial effect on health. They can exert a significant range of biological activities, such as antioxidant, anti-carcinogenic, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral, and they can stimulate the immune system. Flavonoids are most commonly found in plants that bear fruit that's bright in color. For example, take a look at this chart. They occur naturally in strawberries, apples, persimmons, onions, grapes, and cucumbers. Now, strawberries take the lead with about 160 micrograms per gram of strawberries. But you'd need to eat over 3 pounds of strawberries to get a therapeutic dose of 250 milligrams of fisetin. Now, I'll get into therapeutic dosing later in this video, but suffice it to say that 250 milligrams per day is really low. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be eating 3 to 6 pounds of strawberries every day. All right, let's talk for a minute about what fisetin does. And it apparently does a lot of different things. Now, I want to state here that we're still in the early days regarding research on fisetin. Not that much has been done, particularly with regards to the effects of fisetin on humans. And we really need to wait for more results to come in. Now, most of the current research is in animal studies, but those studies look really promising. For one thing, it looks like fisetin can regulate inflammatory pathways and can deactivate several major inflammatory compounds. And it looks like it can also help with the production of glutathione, one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory substances in the body. Animal studies have shown that fisetin restored blood sugar levels in diabetic rats and mice to those of healthy animals. And it improved their ability to control blood sugar levels by increasing insulin levels, increasing the level of enzymes that turn sugar into energy, by removing sugar from the blood to store it as glycogen, and by reducing the liver's ability to make sugar from lactate and amino acids. It also looks like it can neutralize free radicals and increase antioxidant levels. It may protect the brain and improve memory, and it may provide protection to the heart and liver. It's also been shown to have strong anti-cancer properties. Research focused toward the identification of molecular targets could lead to the development of fisetin as a chemopreventative or chemotherapeutic agent against certain cancers, as well as other diseases. Fisetin has been shown to help reduce the risk of lung cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer, and melanomas. But as great as all these potential health benefits are, I want to talk today about the potential of fisetin as a senolytic agent. Now, if you've been following my channel, then you know that senescent cells are cells that are in cell cycle arrest, cells that have stopped dividing and should have died, but haven't. Instead, they continue living as a sort of zombie cell that spews powerful inflammatory signals called SASPs that can incite neighboring cells to become senescent as well. And cellular senescence is one of the hallmarks of aging. And one of the best ways to fight cellular senescence is to selectively clear out the senescent cells. And senolytic agents appear to be the best bet to accomplish that. One of the best senolytic combos is the drug dasatinib combined with quercetin. But it's starting to look like fisetin may be just as good a senolytic as this combination of dasatinib and quercetin. Let's take a look at one of the studies titled "Fisetin is a Senotherapeutic that Extends Health and Lifespan." Now, in it, they compared a bunch of substances thought to have senolytic effects. They compared resveratrol, fisetin, EGCG, curcumin, apigenin, catechin, and quercetin. Now, in reading this, what's important is the number of total cells compared to the number of senescent cells. As you can see, fisetin came out on top by quite a bit. Now, interestingly, they didn't include any drugs like dasatinib or navitoclax, which is kind of odd because dasatinib combined with quercetin is one of the best known senolytics. Fisetin came out to clear just as many senescent cells as dasatinib combined with quercetin. In this study, they dosed the mice with fisetin at a rate of 60 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, and they were dosed intermittently at 6 to 8 weeks and then again at 12 to 14 weeks. Yet the senescent cells remained at a consistently low level throughout, suggesting that a hit-and-run method of dosing is sufficient to clear senescent cells. They also showed that while senescent cells can take a while to accumulate, the effect of fisetin on the senescent cells was almost instantaneous. Now, in the same study, they dosed 85-week-old mice at a rate of 500 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. Now, an 85-week-old mouse is roughly the equivalent of a 75-year-old human. And they demonstrated that fisetin can work on aged individuals with a fairly high level of senescent cells. And both median as well as maximal lifespans were extended by a significant amount. When using a senolytic, how many senescent cells it can clear out depends on a lot of things, like what type of organ or tissue it is, what type of senescent cell it is, and how the senescent cell was created. But in this study, fisetin cleared out between 25 and 50% of the senescent cells, depending on the organ and the type of measurement. Now, I want to stress here that these studies on fisetin are very recent, and that there's hardly any studies concluded on the effects of fisetin on humans, especially at these higher doses. So there's still a lot of research that needs to be done. And there's a lot of debate over how much fisetin to take and how often. Life Extension sells a product called BioFisetin, and it has 8 milligrams of fisetin per serving. Do Not Age sells fisetin in 850 milligram serving doses, but neither suggests how many servings per day one should take. Just as controversial is how often to take it. I've heard of everything from taking it daily to only taking it for a couple of days once again. I've heard of everything from once a month to once every 6 months. Another issue is its bioavailability. Now, in its pure form, it's supposed to be practically insoluble in water. It's apparently only soluble in polar organic solvents. Yeah, I didn't know what that was either, so I looked it up. And you know what's first on the list? Water. Also, ethanol, methanol, acetone, and DMSO. So I'm still pretty confused about fisetin's solubility. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I'd give you a discount code for my favorite supplier of fisetin, and that's Do Not Age. Enter the code LANCE at checkout, and you'll get a 10% discount. In fact, the discount code will work with any of their products. And now for the giveaway. This is a 24-gram supply of fisetin that will provide 800 milligrams per serving. Simply leave me a comment below, and I'll go through and pick my favorite. This will happen a week after this video airs. I'll reply to the winning comment with an email address, and then the winner needs to send their mailing address to that email. I'll forward that to Do Not Age, and Bob's your uncle. That person gets free fisetin. That's it for me, and for this video. If you'd like to learn more about other supplements and medications that can extend your longevity, check out this playlist. I'll catch you next week.